Okay. Recording.
Alrighty, good. This time, let's actually introduce ourselves.
Yeah. So, I'm Aaron and/or Quinn.
I'm Captain Wingding. You shall never know my real name, ever.
Okay.
Unless you dig deep.
And this is the Honeypot's Grave, the internet's premier internet commentary podcast.
Episode 2. Wow.
Yes. So, before we begin, we have to address some things.
Mm-hmm.
So, guests are welcome on the podcast if you'd like to appear for like 1 or 2 or however many episodes you want.
Visitors welcome.
Visitors welcome, yeah. We have a Discord server, which is where we record, and you can listen in live.
There's also many other things.
There's a lot of stuff in the Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last episode, I said that I was watching Naruto. That was wrong. I was watching Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals, which is a far superior anime.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a message from our sponsor, Elliot, who bought me dice. Sasuke did nothing wrong.
Truly a message for the ages.
And now this is a Naruto podcast. Okay.
So, this episode, I'm going to be starting the comments instead.
Okay.
Because, why not? No one can stop me. Elucidator _ Oshawott, hair to the Monado, 1 day ago said, "No more Mr. Nice Guy. War is heck."
Okay.
Now, obviously, this is alluding to the fact that war is indeed the H word.
It is. War sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, somebody has pushed Elucidator Oshawott hair to the Monado way over the edge.
Mm-hmm. Past the point of no return, perhaps.
They are obviously completely unhinged at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely feral.
Absolutely. So, they are Elucidator Oshawott, heir to the Monado. And I know that the Monado is from Xenoblade, probably.
Yeah, I think.
And I think it's the funny sword.
Mm-hmm. It's the funny sword that have hole in it.
The funny sword that has a big hole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Shulk uses the funny sword.
Mm-hmm. He also says, "I'm feeling it a lot."
He says that a lot. And I'm looking up Elucidator right now, and it looks like that is also a type of sword.
Mm-hmm. So this guy owns a sword, and once Shulk dies, he's gonna get another better sword.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna throw out the first sword when he actually gets the
I
new
imagine
one?
that the swords will be combined.
He's just gonna duct tape the Monado to the end of the first sword.
It looks like...
And just absolutely smash people to death with it. Because honestly, if I'm speaking with like a pure, like actual factoid, the Monado looks more like a bludgeoning tool than an actual sword.
It does. It looks like... It doesn't look very sharp. It looks pretty blunt.
Yeah, true.
Like the silhouette is kind of like a sword.
Yeah, like you could use it as a hammer, though.
I can't imagine you would be able to cut very well with this sword.
Though, like, there is, like, that one attack in Smash Brothers, which Shulk is from. That's the only game that Shulk is from. He's a Smash Bros. Character. Where,
just like Captain Falcon.
Yep, just like Captain Falcon. Where there's, like, a light beam that comes out of the end of the Monado, sort of like a lightsaber.
I think the Monado is a lightsaber sort of deal.
It's a lightsaber with a really long grabby bit, whatever
Yeah.
that's called. There's a technical term for it, but I'm ignoring it specifically for the fact that I can make a funny joke out of it.
Okay, so it looks like the Elucidator is not a type of sword. It is a
Oh.
sword, also from a piece of media. Would you like to guess what it's from?
Oh, what type of media has really cool swords? I have honestly no idea. It's probably an anime.
It is an anime. It's an anime I've heard bad things about, and it's
Sword Art Online immediately. That's
yeah.
Final answer.
You got it.
Wow, I'm so smart. Someone get me a
So,
golden sticker.
This Oshawott fellow, he obviously is a huge fan of anime and swords.
Mm-hmm.
And that might have something to do with his opinions on war.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he thinks that war is heck because now we're focusing on guns more than swordplay.
They don't use swords anymore. They stopped using the cool swords, and now war sucks.
He's probably the type of guy to like attach a bayonet to one of his old fancy time rifles.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "This is peak weapon evolution."
For me, I think the most logical, fusion of sword and gun is you shoot swords out of your gun. I think that's like the best way to do it.
Ignore the pause. I just coughed. I'm pretty sure that that's just like a dart gun, but
Well, darts are tiny.
yeah, they're just very small swords.
Like the equivalent to a missile launcher would be like it shoots claymores or something. I don't know.
Yeah, basically. Basically, yeah. You got it. Like,
you know what? I think this is just spears. Is what I've invented.
Mm-hmm.
Spears and various polearms and such.
Oh yeah, it's just literally a spear launcher. Actually,
yeah. So, I think we're done with Oshawott.
Yeah.
That was a good 5 minutes.
Really? Turns out that we have a big habit of taking the first comment and turning it into 5 minutes.
Well,
I noticed that we did that in the last episode too.
Well, I guess that's good. It's not like
content.
So this one is not a comment from YouTube. It's a Google search from the Tumblr account Recent Google Searches. And it says, how to leave Red Lobster.
Now, the thing we need to note here is that A, it is in full caps, and B, there is no quotation marks at all. It's literally just letters, all caps.
Yeah, so that tells us
that this is obviously like an act of desperation from this unknown person.
I have never been to Red Lobster, so I don't know.
I don't think I have either.
I don't know what could be spurring this reaction, because all I've heard about Red Lobster...
It's probably like an IKEA where it's designed to entrap you within its lobstery halls.
That could be it. All I know about Red Lobster is that the cheddar biscuits are good. I've heard that a lot. That's a thing that a lot of people say a lot.
That's like the pinnacle of red and also lobster.
Yeah, the thing is, the only thing I've heard about Red Lobster is that their cheddar biscuits are good. And that's not red, nor is it a lobster. So maybe their lobster is really bad.
Maybe.
I've never had lobster.
Me neither, honestly.
So I don't know what bad lobster would be, but I'm sure it's a thing.
How come they call it red lobster when literally all lobster is red?
Well, there are blue lobsters.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me Google this. Images. Lobster. I'm Google image searching it, and right now it's literally all red lobsters.
Most lobsters, before they are cooked, are dark blue, green, or greenish brown.
Oh, here's a blue one.
A live red
That
lobster.
sure is a blue lobster.
A live red lobster before cooking is 1 in 30 million.
Really?
Apparently. There's yellow lobsters, which are even more rare, and then there's calico lobsters, which are the rarest.
Calico ones are just a shiny version.
Whoa, these lobsters fuck. The calico ones?
They definitely do.
Do yourself a favor and look up calico lobster.
I have no idea how to spell calico.
Okay. That sounds like a you problem.
Maybe so. Oh, that does indeed fuck.
It's really good.
This does not solve my problem of how you spell calico, though. I guess that's just a mystery that will be lost to time forever. Archaeologists in the future will dig up a USB drive that has literally only this part of this episode in it, and that's the entirety of the human culture is just we don't know how to spell calico. And also lobsters exist.
You know, that's a thing, that idea of somebody in the distant future digging up my computer or a hard drive or something that I used and studying it and trying to extrapolate what culture was like back then. I think
True.
about that specific scenario a lot.
A lot.
I imagine
there's just some form of alien creature looking in my pictures file, just thinking, now why would he have a picture of a piece of blank paper just titled vapor.jpg?
Yeah, why would you have something like that?
Yeah, true.
I can think of one reason that I would have that is to use it to make my drawings look cool.
True. I use it as a background for any sort of banner image on literally every website. Most websites, honestly.
Okay.
What else is there? Now I'm just searching through my hard drive looking for stupid shit.
That's very good audio.
Thanks.
I think it's your turn to pick a comment.
Alrighty, let's see here. Alrighty. I played Saints Row 3 years ago. Said this. No, you do not mech-e seeing. It has 6 replies and no likes. Also, of note, the guy's profile picture is a stick drawing of just a weirdly oval-like head, a line, 2 1 pixel dots, and then a single neckline going down at the bottom. It's perfect. I've stared at this image for 10 years now.
Okay, so the way this is spelled is no, N-O-U, just the U. Do not is do not, but there's no space. Mech is M-E-K, the letter E, T-H-E-E-N-G.
What else? What can we sort of extrapolate from this? Except for the fact that this person looked like they fell down the stairs and afterwards just had to retaliate from, I don't know, the hospital bed with, 1 finger intact. And it's perfect. Send.
So, I think mech is make.
Obviously. I'm going to include that with like the sort of E. So, from my sort of point of perspective, this guy is saying, no, you don't make the thing.
The way I've parsed this is, no, you do not make anything.
Really?
That's what I've interpreted this as. And
very strange.
This isn't a reply.
We can indeed note that this person did indeed play Saints Row.
They did play Saints Row. So, first of all, this is not a reply to somebody else's comment. This is a comment on the video. So, that means the video maker claims to have made something, and they are being called out by this person as a liar.
It's like when someone steals art and just like gets called out on it and just deletes their entire blog.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with YouTube. Like, remember back in the day when people would just like steal Minecraft videos and pass them off as their own?
I don't, but that sounds
I definitely remember that. I definitely remember that happening.
That sounds like something that definitely has happened.
Because I remember some guy complaining about one of his videos getting taken by a guy with a Pokeball profile picture. Try saying that 15 times fast. Don't actually.
I wasn't planning on it.
I know. I'm talking to the people in the audience that listen to us but can't speak at us.
Beyond the fourth wall. I referenced the fourth wall. Now you know I'm smart and cultured.
Now you've hit the fifth wall.
Have I?
Maybe so.
I think maybe we can be done with this one.
That was a short episode.
This comment.
Oh. Fine, I knew that. I was just testing you. I'm actually very smart, very intelligent, big brain. Anyways, it's your turn for commentization or whatever.
I already have one queued up. So this was in response to... This is a Twitter. This is a tweet. So this was from Minecraft's 10th anniversary tweet, I think. And Cairo Konotote says, Plice more eat in 1.15. Cooking Plice. Then Gargomon251 says, Police? Kiro Konotote replies and clarifies that they did in fact mean Plice and not police.
Alrighty. Let me actually get the comment up so I can see this. Okay, so I think they meant to say please and just screwed it up every single time. Maybe they screwed it up so much that their phone now autocorrects please to plice.
Perhaps.
And obviously they're applying to Minecraft with a number that has a period in it, which means that they're asking for an update. I think they're asking for like more edible items, like chocolate or like beefsteak. Like, how come they never added chocolate? They have chocolate beans, but not chocolate.
They have cookies and they have chocolate seeds and such, but they don't have like a chocolate bar.
Pressed outside. Yeah, how come they don't have a chocolate bar? Just like put 6 of them together in like a big bar. Also, what the hell is that noise in the background that I'm making? Huh.
So, I'm not sure if they did mean please, because they said plice, and then they said plice again. And this person asked police, and they said plice again. So I'm pretty sure that they mean plice. I don't know what plice is.
Me neither. I'm pretty sure if you looked that up, it would probably bring up something terrible on Urban Dictionary.
It did.
Of course.
I don't know what plice is.
Plice sounds like one of those like anagramized words where it's like we put two words together and just sort of crunched them together.
Perhaps.
Sort of like, what's a good example of this?
Spider-Man.
Like a portmanteau, but not terrible. Like B-hop.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like, you take the acronym and you just shove it onto the next word. Like, God, what was I talking about?
Now,
I don't know. It's probably
plice makes me think of rice because those words rhyme.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Because like maybe it's some form of like the P stands for something, and then it's like slice.
Power
or it's like
slice.
Splice missing the S.
Power slice.
Oh, that's insane.
Maybe they want to be able to like chop meat up. Like chop a steak.
There is literally no proof here that their S key works, so maybe they are trying to say splice, but they just can't because their S key is broken.
Splice more eat in 1.15. So maybe splice more eat into 1.15 with eat being edibles.
Foodstuffs, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they are asking for edibles.
They definitely are asking for food. That much is certain.
Absolutely. And maybe they want more food recipes, because the only recipes I know in Minecraft are
Cake.
meat and fire, and that makes cooked meat, and it heals you more.
True. It also does not give you salmonella.
It doesn't give you salmonella, which isn't good if you're trying to do a salmonella percent run.
I forgot that was a real thing.
So yeah.
Oh jeez. Alrighty. My turn to pick out a comment now. Guy says hello, says, thanks Brian for this brave and very erotic tutorial. Can't wait to try this at home. 5 days ago. It got 4 whole likes. The guy has a default profile picture that's somehow tinted green. And he capitalized everything literally perfectly. There is no grammatical errors here. My English teacher would be very proud. Give him a gold star on his test.
So Guy does says hello.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't say hello in the comment though. Does that make him a liar?
I think the hello in his name is so that he can skip the comment and not have to worry about it. Like, hello, this is me, and then he can just.
Oh, it's like a built-in greeting, so that he doesn't have to type it every single time.
Exactly. So
that's actually very Galaxy Brain.
Yeah. So the tutorial was brave and
very
erotic. I don't know. What kind of tutorial for anything would you have to be brave to make?
How to pour contents out of a grave.
How to skydive.
Oh yeah, that is very erotic, as we all know. How to bungee jump, but with a twist.
With a twist. The twist is that you Fortnite dance all the way down. If you don't do the Fortnite dance good, you get executed.
If you don't do the Fortnite dance correctly, instead of attaching the bungee jump cord to your waist, they attach it to your neck and let you hang.
Yeah.
For your Fortnite crimes.
So, I think that's something you'd have to be pretty brave to do.
You would have to be extremely brave and also extremely erotic for.
Because if you screw up this tutorial, well,
there's no more making.
There you go.
It's one shot or no shot. Like, it's do or die out here with these Fortnite dances.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any of the Fortnite dances could really be described as erotic.
Erotic.
I'm not an
They still have not added the twerking emoji. So what did I say emoji when I meant emote?
Well, if they're so reluctant to add even twerking, I doubt they're brave enough to have anything truly erotic.
True. So it's probably not that. What could be brave and also yet erotic at the same time? Naked horseback riding? No. Where instead the horse wears the clothes?
The horse is the jockey now.
The horse rides you.
I don't know what could be brave and erotic. Except for the obvious thing, which is, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Let me get a big old brainstorm here. I need a Venn diagram of things that are erotic and things that are brave. And there's this tiny 1 pixel overlap of where they are.
This is the beginning of an Unraveled episode, I
think. Maybe so. Wait, no, I've got it. Visiting Dracula.
Oh.
It's completely obvious.
That's it.
Wait, no, that's why he's thanking Brian, because it is the Unraveled episode.
It is. It
totally is.
There was an Unraveled episode, and I think Dracula was in that one.
Dracula definitely was in one of the Unraveled episodes.
I'm certain.
There's 1,000% chance of it.
If Dracula isn't in one of the Unraveled episodes, you can just kill me. You can execute me for my misinformation.
For your Fortnite dance crimes. Actually, I'm gonna maybe check right about nowish.
Okay.
Wait, is that copyrighted music? Can I hum that?
Well, I couldn't recognize it, so we're probably fine.
Good. We're fine. Kevin McLeod cannot kill us now. Let's see here. Playlists. Unraveled. Wait, no, there definitely was an episode on Castlevania. And
yeah.
Playback speed ×2. Okay, he definitely did mention Dracula. So I'm going to count that as a big fat victory.
We unraveled the mystery of, is Dracula in Unraveled? And he is.
He totally is.
I think we can move on to another question or comment.
Alrighty. Yep. Go for it.
Okay. Okay. So from Seth Spam, God is watching, but I'm not. Ellipses. I really enjoyed your talents, but I can't watch these anymore. Christ is coming soon. Make sure you're ready for him. Unsubbing. God bless you, Neil.
Okay. First off, we just need to talk about how raw the line "God is watching, but I'm not" is.
That's really
honestly
good.
That's the sort of thing that you would say at a funeral, honestly.
Yeah, at the funeral of your greatest enemy. Who you killed.
Definitely.
in battle.
But shit's a secret. No one can ever know. So, second line. Really enjoyed your talents, but I can't watch these anymore. Which, obviously they forgot a period because it's mixed in with the next sentence. Christ is coming soon, make sure you're ready for him. Which is terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't need that type of foreshadowing in my life. But the worst part about this is the fact that they used a sort of ambiguous soon. So it's not like in a year or in a day. It's air quotes soon.
It's soon.
Also, apparently the creator of the video is named Neil, which honestly, every time someone mentions the name Neil, I either think of the rat that bangs out the tunes or Neil Susiegra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, my immediate thought was that this was on a Neil Cicierega video.
Obviously, yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that Neil does that I think could prompt a comment like this.
Definitely. I mean, have you seen toy food?
Additionally, this comment, you can see the JPEG artifacts, which means this has been spread around.
Definitely.
Which, yeah, Neil has a pretty big sphere of influence, so I can see a comment from one of his videos being spread around quite a bit.
Also, we're going to take note of the person who indeed created this comment. The name is Seth Spam. S-E-F Spam.
Yeah.
The comment itself got no likes, and also their profile picture is what looks to be like either a guy wearing a beanie, a baseball helmet, or it's just their hair, and they're very emo.
Now,
or all three.
Now, I've zoomed in on this image, and it is very JPEG'd, but what I can tell you is that the person who got this screen cap did in fact leave a like.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. That is very blue thumbs up. But it's not showing it as like a number of thumbs up. It's just like
there's
one
only
like.
the one thumb up, which means the person who screen capped this liked it. And maybe that's their way of.
I don't think that this was made in an era where dislikes actually worked on comments, because they don't work now for some ungodly reason.
Huh. I didn't know they.
Like if you go into a comment section right now and try and dislike something, the number will not go down.
Maybe they
it just stays.
It could be that they just hide the dislike count.
No, it's like it's not there. Oh, also they added a winky face at the end of their entire comment, which is like...
Yeah, we did neglect to mention the winky face.
There is indeed a winky face.
That adds a whole new layer to the whole thing. I don't need to tell
like
y'all.
15 different ways that we could interpret this single, like,
yeah,
2-letter, like, punctuation mark Fanato.
I don't need to go on about how winky faces are the most ambiguous and most often, like, misinterpreted emote probably ever.
Maybe it's just a guy blinking, but he has an eye patch on.
That could be one of them.
Or maybe, just maybe, they took a picture of him blinking really fast so that he only blinks in one eye. Because, like,
yeah,
you know how when you take a picture of, like, an airplane engine and it, like, just absolutely crunches it, where
Yeah.
it just like it breaks the windmill or whatever. Maybe that happens because cameras don't like take the entire picture at once. They sort of scroll through it from like right to left. So
Yeah.
maybe that happened with his face, where like he blinked in that one like frame, and then when it went to the other eye, like he opened his eye. So it's
Yeah.
sort of like the rolling shutter effect, so that he only blinked in one picture.
Now, the other thing that I've just started thinking about is, what if this is Two-Face Batman?
Maybe indeed.
That's another possibility. I don't remember much about Two-Face Batman because I don't remember anything about him. But I don't know.
I know that he has two faces, and also that he screwed up one side of his car so that it could match his face.
You know, he doesn't really have two faces. He just has the one, but it's all fucked up on the other side.
Oh, true.
He just has
Honestly,
the one
they
face.
should call him like One Face.
Hi, I'm Harvey Dent. Why doesn't he just
Hey
call
guys,
himself
it's
Harvey,
your boy,
Harvey
One
Dent?
Face. Honestly, Harvey is a much better name than Two-Face.
When somebody says that, I don't think Two-Face is gonna look pretty good on your like resume. Yeah, that's not a name. You gotta just call yourself Harvey Dent. Wait, does Two-Face even
Harvey Dented Face.
does Two-Face even like call himself Harvey Two-Face? Like, is that just a thing that people say to be mean to him? Hey, Two-Face. Like,
Oh yeah, it's like calling someone Four Eyes.
Like, are they just insulting his face that he got messed up by the Joker, the evil clown?
Wow,
Is everybody who calls him Two-Face just... Is everyone who calls him Two-Face just unbelievably rude?
Yeah. Stop school bullying today. Just with your daily donation of $1, you too can stop bullying in the workforce.
Like if
And
I had,
also burn the other side of his face.
Like if I had a big scar or something on my face, and somebody walked up to me and said, like, "Hey, Two-Face," I'd be insulted.
Yeah, I'd be pretty goddamn miffed.
I wouldn't do anything because I'm a baby. I'm
Also
a coward. But
how come he like got exactly straight down the middle face burn? Like you'd think it'd be like a little bit wiggly because face curvature.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Batman. I think the Joker did it.
Maybe.
I think the Joker did it because society is why he did it.
Obviously. He did it because he was a guy wearing a tux and he did not want to live in a society, so he dunked the guy halfway in. Sort of like a, what was his name? Achilles situation where he dips him in the pool, but like grabs him by the heel, so that's his one weak point.
You know, I'd imagine that Two-Face's weak point is probably the spots where he got dipped in. I doubt it's pleasant to make contact with that ever. I mean, it's probably all scarred over and stuff now, but it's not healed. I bet that hurts.
Yeah. Like every time he falls asleep, he has to sleep on the good side. Because if he falls asleep on the bad side, he just like wakes up screaming in pain. That'd be terrible, honestly. What the fuck? He really does live in a society.
I don't think Two-Face is like deserving of
this pain.
villain status.
True, he's just a dude going through some things.
He got half of his body lit on fire.
I think he's a villain mostly because he's trying to like take it out on other people. Which, if you're being like murdered via fire to the face, probably don't take that out on other people. Like, see a
I
therapist or
guess.
something.
I think a lot of Batman villains, you can boil them down to
You can just like put them in therapy and just like bam, instantly.
they just need to like talk to somebody and work some stuff out, and then I think they'd be pretty good.
Just like
I
maybe
think
get
they'd
some
be
anger
fine.
issue lessons.
I think the only person who that won't work on is probably the Joker, because he's just silly.
Yeah.
He's just like that.
He's just a clown. Like, it's his job to be stupid. Like that one time where he just absolutely hit a guy with a big fuck off hammer.
That sounds exactly like something the Joker would do.
Yeah. Because, like, there was that, one famous bit of a comic going around where it's like Superman is about to get hit in the head by a hammer via Joker and his big meaty claws. And he's running through his entire brain like, okay, what would a normal human being do when they got hit by a hammer? Because, you know, he's Superman.
Is he as Clark
Yeah, he's
Kent?
disguised as a
I
regular
see.
people person.
So he's trying to figure out what would happen to me if I was a normal
It's
man.
like that one TV show of like, dude, what would happen? That like
I can't believe
only
you
got
brought that
one
up.
season. I mean, it's literally the best show on Cartoon Network.
I can't believe Cartoon Network even did that. What were they thinking?
I can't believe they canceled it. It was the best show.
I don't really remember that.
Island.
Cartoon Network just had a spot where it's like, cartoons suck.
Yeah, true.
They just...
Because they had, like, Destroy, Build, Destroy.
Yeah, and that,
and
like,
also,
weird...
Dude, what would happen? Didn't they, like, cross over once or something? Or am I just making that up?
And they had, like, that Ghost Hunter show and the shitty Survivor.
Yeah.
And that roller coaster show?
It was a roller coaster show?
Yeah, it was a roller coaster show.
Did it have a roller coaster in it?
They rode roller coasters.
Wow.
I think that's
it. Was just the entire advertisement for lots and lots of trains, the book. But instead of trains, it's just advertisements.
I'm pretty sure that there was a sweepstakes for Six Flags.
Oh yeah, there definitely was. I'm pretty sure that like still hasn't been finished. Like there's some like 20-year-old waiting in like he's like every single day he goes outside, he checks the mailbox to see if he won that trip to Six Flags. And then he doesn't, and he goes back inside and he cries into his pillow for 3 days straight.
Okay, so I'm checking the time and we're at 43 minutes.
That's quite long.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should stop it here on a high note.
Yeah, let's stop it on a high note. We'll call it that.
The high note of a guy crying into a pillow for 3 days straight.
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
And thank you specifically, viewer, for being here, of all places. Not anyone next to you, just you. Only you.
Join the Discord server and give us comments. Or whatever.
Give us comments. Give us words. Give us other things that could somehow be misinterpreted to be very, very funny.
Be on the podcast.
Maybe. Probably.
If
you give us $1,000 and flip heads on a coin 20 times in a row, then we'll let you on the podcast for a half of a second, probably.
You can just ask also.
Yeah, that too. And it'll probably be longer than a half a second.
Probably.
Maybe.
Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Goodbye.